Hi there, thanks for joining me today. Back in the garage. Got a great little job today. The 3 Series BMW, we've been having issues with the DPF, the diesel particulate filter. The pressures on it, the back pressure is too high. 129, 130. So here we've got the JLM DPF cleaning kit. So with this is a professional kit. You need a compressor of some sort to power this up, to put some pressure through it. We're going to use that with the pipe attached. We've got 2 fluids that we're going to put through the system. We've got a cleaning fluid and a flush fluid. So we put the cleaning fluid in first, into the pressure pipe that goes down to the DPF. We pump the fluid in using the kit, let it settle in there a bit. We run the engine, blow it through, flush it through with the flusher, and hopefully it's going to get its pressures down and give us a better exhaust reading. So let's get out to the car. Let's just show you. I'm using the Diag BT689 to do the readings and the sensors. This does everything. It's a cracking bit of kit. So yeah, let's get out there, check the pressure sensors, get the results that we need, and see if we can improve on them. Right, let's get in at the socket. Got a dongle there, we'll plug that in. As it stands at the minute, I don't have any faults coming up on the dashboard. There's no engine management light coming up, but as you'll see when we do a test on here, got some wicked reflections on here at the minute. So engine control module, let's just scan that. Read fault codes. There we go. So we've got the brake vacuum, which is unrelated to this. We've got some kind of issue, a historical issue with number 3 injector, but we've got 480A diesel particulate filter, and also this one here, 480E9 position control. And again, we've got possibly a stuck EGR issue there. This could have all caused this problem with the high pressure in the DPF. So let's just go out of that a second and just go to some live readings. Let's just have a look at the exhaust back pressure. So exhaust back pressure at the minute, it's reading 10.9. Now on idle, that should be below 10. So that isn't too bad. That isn't too bad at the minute at all. So let me just rev this up. And you see there, it's up to 125, 129. We really want that below 80. That needs to be below 80. Let's just rev it again. $129, 130, 132. Like I say, so it's still reading a bit high. We're going to see if we can get that down. Let's see what we can do with that. Before we do anything, we need to make sure that the engine is up to temperature. The engine needs to be at, well, around about 90 degrees, normal running temperature. So let's just have a look at coolant temperature. And we're up to 76 degrees, which isn't too bad. That's pretty warm. Like I say, 90 is optimum. 77 degrees C, I'll take that. That's pretty warm. So let's go for this. Let's do this regeneration, cleaning of the DPF, and see if we can get these numbers down a bit. Now there is a possibility this might not make a difference to it. The car has got 176,000 miles on the clock. If the DPF is full of ash rather than soot, if it's got soot in it, this cleaner is going to get rid of it. If it's got ash in it, the ash is just going to stay, it sticks to the actual honeycomb membrane of the DPF, and you can't get that out. The only way is to replace the DPF. So hopefully it's got a bit of soot in there that's stuck around the edges and probably not burning away quite right. This should clear that out. Let's see if it works. Okay, first thing we've got to do is pop the engine cover off and get to the sensor pipe down the side here. So let's just relieve this of its engine cover. And I'll show you where this pipe is. Okay, so down the side of the engine, we've got two pressure sensors. We've got this first one here, which is to the manifold there. We're not interested in that one. The one we're looking at is the one just here, the one behind it. This one here, and this pipe is the one that we want to disconnect. So we should be able to just get his hand on that and pull it off. There we go. So if I just fire the car up again now, there's a little bit of blow coming out of there. I'll just put that back onto the sensor gently. There you go, you can see that's gone to, well, so saying -0. Pull it off, it goes to a negative number. Righty-ho. Okay, so that's switched off again. Let's get some fluid and get it down the pipe. Oh, here we go. We've got the beautiful gun. It's got a lovely aluminium bottle on it. It feels lovely quality, really nicely put together. Everything about it, it's just, yeah, really, really well made. Brass fittings. It's got a automatic pressure gauge in there, so you can plug this straight into the airline and it drops it down to the correct barrage. I think it was 5 bar or something like that. Okay, let's get this in there. I'll pop that top bit with a screwdriver. Okay, so here we go. We'll get that one in first. You need gloves and goggles on for this because this stuff is corrosive. So there we go, that's the cleaning fluid, is now in the bottle. And we're going to put this into the pipe. Okay, that's on there. We've got the pipe that comes with it, with the conical nozzle on it there. That should fit most vehicles. We'll connect that pipe up. There we go. And now we can pop this down and into the DPF pipe. There we go. So as you can see now, we've got that connected straight into the pipe to the DPF pressure. Well, into the DPF pressure pipe going down to the front of the DPF filter. Now we're going to blow this in intervals of 1 minute, allowing it to settle for 2 to 3 minutes. So we'll get the stopwatch on this and just see it's starting to bubble a little bit on the pipe there, so maybe we just need to back off a tiny bit. Gotta be careful I don't get that pipe onto the EGR as well, because it's going to be hot and we don't want to damage this pipe. We'll have a quick pause for a minute and then we'll just get a bit more fluid in there. Let's let that settle for just a couple of minutes and then we'll go for the rest of it. We'll get the rest of it in there. You can actually see the fluid going down through the pipe. I think we're almost there. I got a little pressure valve there to release the pressure before we unscrew it, just to make sure that we have got it all out. Let's have a quick look inside, see what's left. Just a tiny bit at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. That's all in. Release the pressure on the bottle. Let's just see if I pop this pipe off now, is it all going to come back out again or is it going to stay in there? No, it stayed in there. So I'll leave that for a couple of minutes just to do its business. Then we'll start the car up and run it for 2,000 to 3,000 RPM. Right, I've got a little dish. We'll put that under the exhaust at the back. Just in case anything comes out, it's going to catch it and not go all over the floor. So we've got that just underneath the exhaust. Now we can fire the car up. The pipe's still disconnected. We're going to run this, like I say, for 2 to 3 minutes. It's not blown anything back out of the pipe, it's all stayed in there. Let's have a quick look around the back, see if there's anything coming out. Nothing as yet. We need to lift the RPM up 2 to 3,000 for 2 to 3 minutes. So let's give it a bit of a rev. Oh, it's blown a bit of foam out the back, look. And there is some colourant to it, so it's doing something. Okay, stage 2 is to put the flush through. So let's pop the bottom off that. That's the flush. This is 1.5 litres, so we're going to have to do this in 2, because this isn't big enough, I don't think, to take the whole lot in one hit. So we'll have to put one bit through and then do the same again. So that's enough for the first one. Okay, that's back in. Let's go to the car. This time, while the engine's running, we're going to connect the pipe up. And we're going to blow the fluid in. Okay, let's get this fluid in again. Like I say, you can actually see it going down through the pipe.
Now, I couldn't see this at the time because I'm round the front putting the fluid in. When I came round the back of the car, you'll see in a minute, it's highly hilarious. But watching this footage back, oh my God, I could watch this all day. This is like best entertainment I've ever seen. There's something about this foam coming out the back of the exhaust. I think I'm going to need a bigger bucket. The beauty of the foam is, though, it's locking in all of the crap that's coming out of the DPF and containing it, rather than it all going off into the atmosphere as such. It's containing a lot of that dirtiness that's coming out of the DPF.
Okay, that's that one empty. Release the pressure and then fill it again. We'll put the remainder of the fluid in. Okay, let's get that going in. The fluid itself comes in at about £40 for the kit. The gun is 200. I'll put links in the description with the exact price and any discount codes I can get. Okay, I think we're nearly empty on this one as well. Tiny bit left in there maybe. Yep. I think that's it, we're there. Let's just check it, make sure it's all gone. Yeah, you can see that in there, look, completely empty. Let's disconnect the pipe. Okay, pipe disconnected. Let's have a quick look round the back. Oh my lord. I think I need a bigger bucket. Okay, oh that's interesting. Well, it's definitely doing what it's, look at this lot, eh? Granddaughter would love that. I'm forever blowing bubbles and all that. Okay, make sure the hose is nice and clean and we'll reconnect that to the sensor. Okay, that's all connected back up again. And now we can go back to its readings. Okay, 19 at the minute. Let's rev it up. Right, let's start to rev it in and see if we can increase the pressure and see if we can get it to drop again. So again, we want it to be 2.5 to 3,000 RPM. And hopefully we'll see that number start to come down.
So at the moment the number's still climbing, but obviously you've got to think this DPF is now full of this cleaning stuff, or there's still a lot of that in there, it's got to burn it off, it's got to force it through and hopefully take out some of the soot that's in there with it.
There it goes. Here, it looks like it's tumbling now. This looks good.
Yeah, I think it's peaked and it's now on its way down, and it's coming down quite quickly, to be fair. That is dropping quite quick. Now remember what we said originally, at maximum RPM, so we're only at 3000 at the minute, but at maximum RPM we want below 80 millibar of pressure, and at idle we want less than 10. So at the minute we're only running at 3000, so it's definitely getting to be within tolerance at the minute. We've still got some bits of foam coming out the back there. Look, you still see it blowing a bit of foam about. That is still coming down though, it's still tumbling, coming down really nicely. It's impressive stuff when you think all we've done is just squirted fluid into the DPF.
We've still got the RPM around about 3000.
If this will save buying a new DPF, it's going to be amazing, because they're so expensive for these BMWs. Over £2,000 for a decent one. For the aftermarket ones, a little bit dubious of, they're not the best, but this looks really good. Still got a few tiny fragments coming out the back, and that is still tumbling, it's still coming down. When's it going to stop? It's kind of stabilising a bit now, is it? Looks like it.
Okay, looks like it's holding off around about. Oh, it's still still coming down a bit. Right, let's go for a. Let's drop it down to 0, and we'll go for a full rev. So let's get this up to the full rev and see what the figures are now. Oh, look at that. That's come down. We're at 45. That's on maximum revs. Look, we're right round to 4. And it's down to 46. That was like 100 and, was it 130, 140? 129, 130. So that's made a massive difference to it. Yeah. There we go, on idle. It's running at -9. So exhaust back pressure at the minute, it's reading 10.9. Now on idle that should be below 10. So, and when we rev it, like I say, full beans, 45. And that's well below the 80 that we wanted. So that's a really good result. What a fantastic bit of kit. Right then, let's clear these fault codes off that we've got on here at the minute. So we need to just go. We need to go back. Read fault codes again. All the fault codes are there. Clear DTCs. Clear fault code completed. That's it. Everything's gone, barring the brake vacuum sensor, which I'm going to change in the near future. I keep saying that, and I still ain't got around to doing it. Okay, one of the last things we need to do is just tell the car to carry out a regeneration. So we're just going to maintenance. DPF. So we'll enter that. Okay, and then we can go request regeneration. Continue. F1 to request regeneration. And then we'll click yes.
Now on this BMW, once the regeneration's been activated, you have to take it for a drive. So a steady drive over 60 miles an hour for half an hour. So a quick zip up and down the motorway.
What we'll also do now is we'll tell it that we've replaced it, because it's like a new one. This will reset the factory settings that have been stored in the computer back to original again, back to new, because it is clean and fresh and new. So let's just go to continue that and tell it we've put another one on there. So we need to, here we go, reset the values. Yes. There we go. So we're all done. As you can see, as you can see there, it's pumped a bit of fluff out the back, but it's made a massive difference to that. Them readings, the pressure sensor now is way below where it needs to be. 40. I mean, that is amazing. Such an old car with such an old DPF. It's the original DPF on it. Clean as a whistle, absolutely clean as a whistle now. So it was doing regenerations itself. You know, it was the readings from over the last few months have been fluctuating. It did at one point go really high, and then I took it for a run down to London and back, and that did make a difference to it, but it was still, like, as you saw when we started, 140, which is still way above the 80 that we really want it to be. Putting this cleaner through it, done the job. It's almost like a new one again. This will just dissipate, the fluff will just slowly go down. I'll rinse it off with some water, and yeah, no harm done there. But it's done the job that we wanted it to. I'll put links in the description for the JLM fluids and the gun. Like I say, any discount codes that I've got, I shall put those in as well. If you've enjoyed this one, please drop me a little thumbs up. Chuck your comments in the description. Always love your comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.